All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Darrel Long channel, hosted by me, Darrel Long, and my wife,
Gently Quick. Hey y'all.
Let me switch my wife in here, put her name in there. All right, so I saw a couple of videos on TikTok. As you guys know, we have a series where we will be reacting to different TikTok videos, releasing these videos on a daily basis. So look out for the reactions, hit the notification bell, and if you want to become a member, we do have members only videos already on this channel. My wife's channel will be monetized by next month, as well as a daily rundown. So make sure you guys send a super chat, and before you even finish this video, go ahead and hype the video up right now. Without further ado, let's talk about 50-50 and how Black women view 50-50 when it comes to relationships today.
When y'all talk about going 50-50, I'm airtight quiet. I learned this in undergrad. I went to undergrad in Florida, and if you know, you know. There are so many immigrants and internationals in Florida, and about it. As a man, you're expected to pay.
My bad.
When y'all talk about going 50-50, I'm airtight quiet. I learned this in undergrad. I went to undergrad in Florida, and if you know, you know. There are so many immigrants and internationals in Florida, and the reason why I say internationals is because the only people that argue about 50-50 are Americans. Quite literally. I went to school with, when I say internationals, I mean Dominicans, Hispanics, Somalian, Haitian, and literally they were all on the same page. They didn't talk about 50-50. They didn't have a conversation about it. It was nothing to be said because in international households, men are supposed to pay the bills. It's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to discuss. Men pay the bills. Men pay all of rent. Men pay for the cars. They take care of you. Now, don't get me wrong. They said there were other problems going on in the house, but as an international, it's known that the man is supposed to provide. That's their job. And as men, being international, they know they don't have any other choice. I need to come with my money together. Of course, when things happen, like, would you split rent? Of course, like international said, like, yeah, things happen. My mom did pay it, but on a day-to-day basis, well, in their relationship, it was set that my dad paid the bills. The man paid the bills. The women brought themselves to the table. And I realized, as Americans, why do we make this a conversation? Why are we talking about this? And like now, like American men will say things like, well, if I lose it all, I'm a good woman. If you lose it all today, I will pay rent. I will hold you down until you get it back up. Hope it's quick. But obviously, why even plan like that? They say international men don't plan like that. So as internationals think like that, as Americans, let's all go to shift that mindset. Let's stop having conversations about it. As a man, you're expected to pay. You were expected to be a provider. Being a provider is quite literally that. Financially, that's what that means to be a provider.
You want to go first or shot? Matter of fact, let's let the ladies go first. You go first, man. We got 3 different videos. I'll let you go first on this one.
There's so many things to this. Like, first thing I think of internationally, I will have to look at over in different countries and stuff like that. You want me to believe women are not working? I don't believe that. You make it seem like internationally, every country, that man is making a lot of money, that they're not having economic issues or anything like that, or financial issues. Women are working all around the world, and so are men. I don't know. Maybe she just say that the men that you've run into, you've been noticing a trend, but you can't say that, oh man, this is a cultural thing, international, whatever, just because there are some men that are really nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying culturally they're not different, but I'm just thinking on the international scale, economics, at all these countries, it costs a lot of money to live in Denmark. People work, men and women work. It costs a lot of money to live in England. People work. Germany, these places are expensive. You still have to work. Look at the Asian countries, Bangkok, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia. They work. The Philippines, people are working. So I don't know. I'm glad you had a good experience with, men and paying for things. As far as being a provider goes, I just feel like economic times, unless you are really, really bringing in a lot of money and doing well financially, so what one person can stay home, then great. But that's not the average for Americans. That's not the average over in the UK. Like, that's not the average further east. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Men who want to provide will provide. Families who are okay with people working will work. People who are fine with, putting the bills and money going here and there. It is what it is. I'm not going to put men into a box. I think everybody should have money.
So the way I feel about this specific topic is this, because I have a few different things that I kind of mentally took notes on. So first of all, I agree with her ultimately that international men do pay for everything, and for the most part they do cover everything. I think this is true, but I think one thing she don't want to really talk about in this conversation is the submission and why. I think women here in the United States, they like to talk about why women over there are basically being fully taken care of. But then she went into it. She went into a provider, which I also agree with her. She says if a man want a woman, he should be the 100% provider. You got it. She said that the man role was to pay for everything, take care of everything, be the provider. You got it. She neglected to mention her role. She neglected to mention what do I get in exchange. And unfortunately, when we have a society like, what she's saying, or individuals in society like she's saying, then hey, you want me, be a provider. Because she's positioning like, well, if you want to be a real man, then you got to provide. How does that look for a real woman? Exactly.
Like, you don't know.
Like, but you get what I'm saying with this, because the problem that I have with women who speak like this ultimately is they never say, well, if you're going to be a real provider, I'm going to be a real this. You know how I play it. It has to be equal. If my role, and I remember I told your friend Janice this, because she was the opposite. She was a pick me. So she can specifically tell you what a woman always supposed to do, but never tell you the role of a husband. Women like this do the opposite. They'll tell you, oh yeah, if you want to be a role, you want to be a provider, and that's your role, then you need to be doing A, B, C, and D without question. But she won't talk about, if you want to go, let's start in the Middle East. If you want to talk about internationally, those women don't have choices. They don't have rights. So if you want to live like those women, I mean, when your man tell you to wash dishes, no talk back. When your man tell you to bend over, no talk back. When your man tell you to get up and do anything, no talk back. That way, you can help him to the fullest, and he, whatever vision he has, he can get the most out of it, and you can be provided for. Here in America, y'all not living like that. So the reason why you are probably getting the results that you're getting in reality, and I'm listen, I'm the same guy, but I'm being honest with you, is because we don't have the same culture that they have over there. The women don't act the same. The men don't act the same. It's not just on y'all. They have a very religious, patriarchal culture internationally. We do not here. Anything else on this one?
To me, you already know how I feel. It's not worth me giving up my freedom or my autonomy to trade it over for a man paying the damn lights or putting a roof on my head. I can do that myself. I'd rather have my freedom. I'd rather have my
women like her don't want to do that.
Yeah, she don't want to do that. So if that's what you yearn for, more power to you, sis.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. Let's go to the next video. Men have to, this one is titled, Men Have to Pay for Everything. Another Instagram baddie. Let's go.
Y'all know what I find very strange? Being a woman and depending on your man to pay for every single thing while you have a job and you just keeping your money. Meanwhile, he's trying to build a future for himself too while you just keep your money and just work and do whatever and not pay for anything. I find that very, very fucking strange. Like, the man has to pay for every single thing that you do. You just keep your money, but then you expect him to build up the household by himself. Like I'm still trying to get in the wraps of that, like that theory that y'all got going on. Like I'm confused. It don't take two no more.
So honestly, I wasn't expecting to hear that response. She's basically positioning that women are selfish. Like, that's what she's basically positioning that women are selfish. And then I will ask the question, well, how would you know what they're putting their money toward? Do you have any data on that, statistics on that? But what I do know, there's data and statistics about that women spend 3 times more money because they take care of the household and all the needs of everybody else. So if he is just paying the car notes, the car insurance, and the rent, and the health insurance, then that means she's probably covering groceries, laundry. You know how much it costs to run a household? Kids need things breaks. What about the repairs and stuff like that? I'm pretty sure she's the one calling about the repairs, not him, because she's the runner of the house, right? I don't like the position that women are very selfish and you think that all women are keeping their money, and that it's almost positioned as the man is being taken advantage of. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what women do with their money. What I do know, data says that women spend their money on a household, the kids, and the husband to run a household, to clothe the kids, to feed everybody. So there's a lot of things that the house needs as well that the man won't do if they're in their roles. I'm just saying. You can go ahead.
I think that this young lady is also right to a certain degree, right? Because for one, all this is about perspective. The first young lady, she had a good point. The man should be willing, if he wants to be with a specific type of woman, yeah, go pay all her bills. But to this young lady's point, now see, to be perfectly honest, they do contradict each other.
Yeah.
So we have to really break it down. It's like, and this is where I think nuance comes in, and context, and different variables like personalities, etc. Because you'll have men on here, like, let's say like an Anton, for example, that would say, ladies, if he gotta have you build him up, blah 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 blah, but he had negate to tell them that his wife built him up. Yeah. They were poor together, yeah, and came up together. I think it's some value in saying, hey, listen, if you want to, especially for a lot of African American households where both people are more than likely middle class, if not poor, I think it's much more fruitful with this message. to say, hey, build your family, build your empire together, that don't always mean money. That can mean so many other different things that you bring into the table. That's just the fact. Like the fact that my wife's sitting here with me is helping us build this empire. The more often we do stuff like this, the more often we build all of our channels. That's just the fact. It's no other way to put it. I like what the young lady had to say. I think it was very valuable. I can see her coming across as a pick me. I can see men going after her. But young lady, let me tell you about women like you versus the last young lady. You're going to get played more than the other one because she's going to have a tolerance that says, hey, if you can't afford me, you probably can't even fuck. You're going to try to build with niggas that's going to eventually fuck you over. That doesn't have women like you need to be very careful to make sure that men state their intentions before you give them some coochie and everything and make them prove it. If the intention's not clear and the actions don't show that they're genuine about their intentions, then you need to fall back. I mean, all the way back. And
because she's gonna help.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She's gonna help.
She's gonna help these men. I mean, every woman I know has a story like this where they has helped a man and then he completely fucked her over.
Yeah, because she's gonna help.
So even though I understand her ideology and I think it is cool, I think it's a slippery slope to being fucked over. The first young lady, I think she had a much better plan as far as getting the most out of a relationship.
But she knows what she's willing
better
to trade.
Standards.
Yeah, she knows what she's willing to trade.
And she's not willing to trade her autonomy.
No, other girl was.
The first girl never mentioned nothing. The only thing she talked about was a nigga paying bills. She never said nothing about what she got to do.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, but we know comes along with a man paying bills that you gonna have to.
That's what no. That's what we would expect.
Okay, it's more. I will expect that.
Yeah, that's what we would expect, but it don't always happen like that.
You sitting down a bat signal. Literally, come over here to me. I'll help you build. I'll help you with whatever. That's the signal she's giving.
It's giving pick me.
Yeah.
Pretty, but pick me.
Yeah. I think she's very pretty.
I mean, very pretty. Very nice lips like yours. Very big lips.
Very pretty.
Last video, guys.
Get called a pick me. I know I'm gonna get called a pick me for this, but a lot of y'all chicks be giving Mr. Crab. It just be money, 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 money. Like, goodness, it's starting to give that you don't got it on your own, and that's how you make your living. Now, if you and a man is laying up and you can't even ask him for nothing, or if you do ask him for something and he say no, that's a different scenario. But I don't meet a man and just instantly expect for him to pay my bills, pay for my hair, my nails. I don't expect that. If you want to do that, I genuinely appreciate that. But I just feel like everything is not about money. Nobody even takes the time to get to know a man. Listen, I've dated men with 7-figure businesses and men who will literally pay for anything I want and they will literally pay my rent, but that does not mean that they're worth it. It's really about your intention for me. Like, it's all about intent. So with that being said, y'all have to stop being so greedy and just being money, money, money. Mama, where's me money? Where's me money? Can you pay for me hair or nails? No. Hashtag, it's not just about money. Gosh.
Now, I'm not even gonna lie. Let me go first on this one. Because I'm gonna let my wife close the show out. At first she lost me because, girl, you got a long ass expensive fucking weave, face beat the fuck down with Mac. Girl, you look like money. You look like money. You look like this.
Ooh, cash make the coochie go woo woo.
That's the first thing I thought of. Okay. Activity. But when you said intentions, you won me over because that's ultimately, in my mind, the most important thing that matters as well. It's somebody's intentions. True intentions, not the ones that they claim. They're true intentions, and to see that it's backed with true actions. So I think this is the best video by far. I think she came off like, some of y'all hoes be just wanting nigga because y'all broke. I didn't like that. It's like she was trying to attack people. But at the end, I think she cleaned it up by saying, if a man doesn't show you his true intentions, then it doesn't matter about his money. Rich, poor, don't matter. If he doesn't have good intentions, then it's not gonna work out. And I think that's an ultimately good way to land on. That's a great way. You got it, babe.
For me, like, as a woman, I hear something differently. I don't hear what you hear. In my mind, At first, I'm thinking like, so do you want to uplift women or do you want to tear them down? Like, it's like, do you want to mention the negative and then go positive? Let me do one negative first and then turn around and hit you with some positive. I don't think you need to be that nasty. Because if this was just starting off, I wouldn't even sit back and listen to you. I'm not into women tearing women apart and being nasty about it, but then want to be clean later with it. No, I wish you would have just said, hey, ladies, listen up. I've been out here and I like a man with money too, but I've been dating different kinds of men of different socioeconomic status. And what I've realized and I've learned throughout my journey is that money's great, it's wonderful, and I hope you should have your own. Always have your own. But that shouldn't be the only thing that we're focused on. If he's a man that has good intentions and he's proving you of those intentions, whether his socioeconomic status, a lot of money, a little bit of money, you can build with whatever. If he makes you happy, I say go with that. But just because a man has a lot of money doesn't mean his intentions are always good. I don't need her to be soft. I like the energy she gave. I like the aggressive approach. I just wish that she wouldn't be so, oh, yeah, because it sounds like a talking point for men. Women always want all this money. Like, that's what I took from it. And I don't want to hear, you don't want no broke man. Girl, look at you. Nice little lighting in the background. The walls look clean. You better go.
I agree. Listen, I ultimately still think this was the best message. But at the end of the day, every single one of these girls is different.
Black just goes to show you that black women are not abundant.
I was about to say, goes to show you that
not the same.
They all have their own way of thinking, how they handle men, et cetera, et cetera. Because the first girl was, now I think back, she might have been the worst one.
Oh no, she's definitely the worst one.
She's the worst.
About trading in her agency.
Yeah.
She'd rather go into bondage. Like
the second one was talking about building. She's going to get played by every nigga she tried. A real one. Yes. This one, she might have some sense because she's talking about the man intentions. That's the real message.
Something different.
Something real.
Yeah.
Something genuine.
Right off the bat. Like she's not gonna play around with you either.
Off the bat. Which means she probably been dealing with niggas who's not intentional before and realize, oh yeah.
And she seemed like she'll date a man with less means to her. If he's good to her, if he's nice to her, she'll be fine with it.
I agree.
But no, that first girl, she talking about putting women into bondage. No, girl, you can keep that.
Child.
You'll never put me in bondage. I'm a dragon. I can't be tamed.
All right, guys. That has been this evening's show. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.